Welcome back to another episode of A Year Ahead. It has been a while. I have failed at maintaining a consistent schedule with this. I let it go after or slightly before moving into my new place and into being at the new place. I let multiple things slide, and it is not acceptable. So we are here, and I said that nothing was going to get in the way of me doing it today, and here we are. Nothing is getting in the way. I pulled out my Osmo to record the episode, and I didn't have an SD card, and I came this close to being like, well, shit, I don't have an SD card for the Osmo. I can't do that, but I did recently clear out my phone so there's enough space to record, and so I am now recording on my cell phone. Because nothing is getting in the way of me recording this episode. I've got about 40 minutes here. I don't know how long this episode is going to take, so I'm thinking to get one episode out here and then recording the actual podcast, which will be a condensed version, slightly less personal version of this when I get to the house. But this is an episode of Year Ahead, the only show, I don't know about the only show, but one of the probably few shows out there, and the only show that I've ever done where every episode recorded is released a year after its recording date. That allows me to get super personal and super deep without risking or putting at risk putting at risk any current relationships, people, strategies, or things that I am working on in my life, or the people that are around me. I'm not going to put any of those things in jeopardy because all the information in this is a year old. It is intended to be a way to document my life, to look back on 10, 15, 20 years from now when I am a significantly bigger deal than I am, when I'm doing bigger things, when I have a lot of notoriety in the spaces that I'm in, and people want to say that I had it easy, or that I had it handed to me, or must be nice, must be easy. And this is my attempt at building a track record behind me that is fully documented, and people can go back to the videos I made at, what will be 5, 10, 15 years in the past and see all the things that I was talking about and doing if they so chose to do so. That is what we're doing here. So I sat last night and wrote down a whole bunch of things inside of my notebook here, and just going to go through the last couple weeks of life and the things that have happened and how I'm feeling about certain things. And that's ultimately, that's what it is. It's kind of like a public journal in a sense, where I just get super personal about what's going on. So first and foremost, this is just top of my mind, as it would be for, I would imagine, any man. It's crazy. This is the first episode of 2025 as well, January 6th, 2025. I'm stoked. First episode, 2025, and hopefully we're going to do 52 episodes this year, which would be sick, of the year ahead, and 52 episodes of the other pod, and maybe even another one. We'll see, but don't want to get too crazy with it. But as it would be on any man's mind, the thing that is at the top of my mind right now is the fact that I met a girl, and that is wild. I didn't expect to meet somebody that I could feel just so comfortable around. So it's been kind of nice having somebody like that I'm like, man, I had a pretty bad experience and a pretty bad breakup back in August of 2024, and that put me in a pretty bad spot. And I've met this girl who gives me a very similar feeling to how that girl did, even more so, which is nice. And she's not the type of person I would have expected to have fallen for. Our lives are pretty different, but I don't know. It feels like we could be complementary in a lot of ways, and it's really nice. It's it's early. This is literally 2 weeks going on here. So it's it's all hypothetical, it's all theory, who knows where things and how things will change, but it's cool because it feels like our lives could be complementary, and it makes me feel nice having somebody in my life. I think the bigger part of that for me is I so desperately want to provide for something or somebody, and to be that rock for somebody else. And I feel like that gives me a tremendous amount of purpose, and that purpose provides me a lot more drive and energy to continue towards the things that I want to work towards. And so that gives me the ability to do that by being with her, and also the fact that our lives seem to be fairly complementary in a few ways is nice and reassuring for me, because if it works out, it would just be nice to have somebody, because I don't like the idea of being alone. I know that people say like you have to be okay with yourself in order to love somebody else and whatever bullshit they want to talk about, but really I think it would be nice to have somebody like that. And so we're trying our best. But if this for some reason doesn't work out, which I don't even like saying that out loud because words are spells and I don't want to put that out there, but if for some reason it doesn't work out, I'm not going to pursue anything. I'm not going to go on any dating apps. I'm not going to do anything like that. Just going to be and let that be and just lock in and focus on what we've got going on, which I'm going to do anyway, but we'll see. I'm in a spot right now where the last, week, I really feel the momentum and the energy towards another, blackout phase where I basically just disappear. I say no to everything that doesn't make money or make me better, and I just am quite literally in my room editing or out at shoots, and that is exclusively what I do, with the exception of nurturing relationships that are important. So for me, that's going to be my relationship with, hopefully, this girl, and then also the relationship with my parents, and then any important business contacts and friends that are also business contacts, those people, nurturing those relationships. Otherwise, just saying no to everything and not partaking in any activities, not going out to anything, not, just saying no to basically everything that doesn't feel like the right opportunity. Something I feel like it has been happening is my attention and energy has been pulled in so many different directions because I've been saying yes to so many things, and that's not been helpful to me. It's been very draining, and I feel like I can't get into a flow, and it's time to change that, and change is necessary. So I'm going to be working on that, and that makes me feel really good, actually. I get excited when I think about that. We had a big brand shoot with a company a couple weeks ago, and that was just it was a nightmare. It was so disorganized, it was so chaotic, and the brand wanted 1,000 things from us. If we knew what they were actually going to be doing, and if we knew the scale of this shoot, we would have charged 3, 4, 5 times what we did, because we thought it was just like a little fun social media shoot, and then we get there and it's a whole on production, and we're like, whoa. So just trying to keep everybody happy, appease everybody, give them the deliverables that they want, and charge them for it. But in the future, if they come back to us for more stuff, we're charging out the ass. And had a tussle with my photographer that just because I'm trying to run an agency, and it's not just the two of us, but it was the agency, they hired the agency. I then was the videographer, and I hired a photographer to go out there who I have a pretty deep relationship with. And it was just over editing, where I was like, okay, well, if a certain turnaround time isn't met, I may just need to, if they have any creative requests or whatever, I may just need to take over the editing and get them out and stuff. And they just give me a lot of pushback on that. And I'm like, okay, well, you don't always have the choice to edit your own stuff. And that, it was just it was enough arguing and enough pushback that I'm like, all right, well, don't bite the hand that feeds you, because there was also a lot of complaining about the gig and about the pay and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I got you a job that paid you $800 for a day of photography and to edit a gallery. I'm telling you that I could take the editing of the gallery off of your hands, and yet you are still arguing with me and then complaining about that job and the pay. And I'm like, okay, it was just enough that I'm like, okay, you're biting the hand that feeds you. You bit it a little too hard. Once that gallery is done, then I think that's it. So I want to try to find a new photographer, just because that didn't sit right with me. I didn't like that very much. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but that's just a part of what we do, I guess. What else do I have written down here? Man, living on my own has been wonderful. I'm living with 2 other people, so it's not on my own, but, having full autonomy of my own space, of my life, how I live it, I have been really, really, really liking and enjoying. That has been a tremendous upgrade in my life, has been that. And I feel like I'm more at peace. I love my parents, and I loved being with them, but I feel at peace when I just have full control over everything, and I have a lot of quiet time, which is really, really, really nice at home. So that has been absolutely wonderful. It's been, just frankly fucking incredible. I was working with Chris for a while to be accountable to different things and get shit done, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just make it a part of my calendar? So I did. I took some time, and I completely took every single one of the tasks from my calendar or from what I was doing with Chris, and I put blocks on my calendar that can be moved around however I want, but those blocks are there, and my life is officially like 70% scheduled, which is wonderful. I personally love that. I love having a schedule. I love having a set schedule. I know that I'm doing this at this and this and this and this, and I can plan for it, and it's nice. And on top of that, all of these tasks now seem significantly less daunting because I'm not, like, they're not up in the air. I can look at my calendar and know exactly how much time I have, which the crazy part is that all these things that I wanted to do and all these 2-hour and 3-hour blocks and 45-minute blocks and multiple 30-minute blocks and whatever that I have on my calendar, I still have a tremendous amount of time. It takes like one full day to do all of that shit, and then I have the other 6 days of the week completely open. And I'm not saying I'm doing all of it in a day, but it's like that combined total amount of time, right? I'm doing most of it on Monday, a little bit on Tuesday, a little bit on Thursday, Friday, whatever. But it's been nice just being able to look at my calendar, see that it's packed, but also there's still a tremendous amount of time available that I can actually plan for. And I put sleep on my calendar, 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. every single day, so that 30 minutes before that, I get a notification that reminds me to start winding down, to start the process of not being in work mode and just winding down, getting to bed, getting up early. And that has actually surprisingly been helpful. I was like, this is kind of stupid. Why am I doing this? This is kind of like psychopathic. But then I did it, and I was like, wow, this is actually really, really nice. So, pro tip, put your sleep on your calendar and then set notifications for 30 minutes to an hour beforehand. It works out really, really well for me. I got super sick right after Christmas, and something that I've been struggling with a lot is feeling just like an absolute failure when I'm not training at my absolute hardest, when I'm not working at my absolute hardest, when I'm behind, when I'm like, I feel like an absolute failure. And it doesn't like stop me from doing work. I'm not like, man, I'm just a failure, I might as well just sit and eat cookies and fucking rot all day. It's not like that. But it's just tougher on my mental when I can't push because I still have this knee injury that I'm battling, and it's been really, really tough not being able to run and feeling like a failure because of that, because I'm still trying to train for a marathon that I'm not entirely sure is going to happen effectively. I don't even like saying that out loud. My trainer got on me earlier. He's like, why would you even say that out loud? I'm like, I honestly don't even know, but it's just freaking me out a lot. I'm really, really mentally struggling with that knee injury and honestly just not being at my best. But now I'm even debating, do I start 75 hard again? Because when I finish 75 hard, it would be like a month before the marathon, and then I would only have a month of effective targeted training. But I want to train more effectively and give my knee the rest that it needs if it does need it. I'm going to get a doctor's note today. Hopefully I'll be able to go get an MRI done, and hopefully my insurance will pay for it. I'm really, really hoping. And then yesterday, I got about 80% of the way set up inside of my CRM. Trying something new. Once again, as always, but this one, I think if it works the way that I want it to, I won't have to do anything else, and everything that I do will be able to fit inside of this system, which will be extraordinary. Oh, it'll be so nice. But the goal is to have my website converted from WordPress to what it is, or WordPress where it is right now, to Go High Level. Inside of Go High Level, then be able to take all of my ads for Facebook ads and run them into the Go High Level CRM, contact leads through there, run them through funnels that I build, and just have everything inside of Go High Level. I'm really hoping that works out for me, because a lot of people are able to run a lot of really big businesses, including a friend of mine who runs a studio. He runs everything at a Go High Level, and he said he was crushing it with getting like 10-to-1 return on ad spend, which is absurd. So it's been working out really well for him, and I think I'm going to try to do the same thing with a lead magnet that will be about $2,000, and then I'm going to have 3 tiers of pricing. I think I'm going to have that lead magnet, which is like $2,000. The next level up is going to be a brand campaign starting at about like $12,000 to $15,000. I think starting at $15,000, or starting at $12,000, honestly, for the service fee plus location and talent. And then a campaign thing which starts at $40,000. Like, have a drastic price difference between the just like brand thing, which is what we've been doing, and the commercial campaign thing, which is what I want to do in partnership with JB and Bo. and Josh and JB helping write the commercial, JB and Bo helping actually produce and put on the production. And I want to start those around like 40,000. I think we could 35, 40,000. But just having a stark price difference and a very clear difference between the tiers, right? And just have something that's like, whoa, that's crazy. And then maybe have like $100,000 offer, just like to price anchor everything and have it be like small, medium, large, and just price anchor the small and the medium for the brand launch and then the commercial campaign thing. But we'll start with the lead magnet, get a bunch of people in there, and then try out a couple different things and see how it goes. But that's pretty much what's been going on in life. Thank you for listening to me talk. These are just girls, business, personal development. This is what I'm focusing on right now. January 6th, 2025. First episode of 2025. Making it happen. And yeah, thank you guys for watching Year Ahead, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, have a good day, guys.